Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney Adventures. We are on the last trial, boy. We got this man up in front of me, and although I was very glad to see him physically, I gotta tell you, I am not too impressed about his testimony thus far, and I know that he is lying out of his straight, perfect teeth somehow in Great Britain. Yes, a teeth joke. Okay, anyway, though, but the real thing that was bothering me from the last one is not really the lies that this guy said, because we knew that those were going to be there. But why did Inspector Gregson not tell us and admit in his part of the testimony that we pursued that he had seen him in the pawnbroker shop when we were there? Because he was there too. And then he said, "Oh, I don't have any recollection of that man." What? That's what's bothering me more than anything else. So I wonder if we won't get to the bottom of that here. So this is the second time we're going to get testimony out of him, and let's see what happens with it. Though I'm quite sure it has nothing whatsoever to do with the pawnbroker's murder. The prawn broker. I'm just going to call him that. He likes prawns. Who doesn't? The disc. So yeah, in the last one, he said, "Oh, I've never been in there." And then I showed him the music box disc that had his blood on it. Let's find out more. Let's see how he's going to spin this. "There's a note on the disc saying, 'For McGilded, but the item belongs to me.'" I'm actually surprised he admitted this, to be honest. I was almost 100% sure that we would have to flip that over because we've seen it already. We looked at it. And use that to call out this testimony. Oh, okay. He's just admitting it then. I'm surprised. "The redemption ticket was stolen from me by the accused, that filthy gutterling, on the day in question. I proceeded at once to the shop in order to explain my situation and redeem my article. In the end, of course, the disc was taken by the police. In other words, I had absolutely no reason to break into the shop later that same night." Oh no. Well, I really can't believe that he admitted that, because that was really all I thought I was going to use. Okay, well, we're going to find something else, I guess. "Did I hear you correctly, sir? McGilded, you say? The famous London philanthropist?" I am so damn shocked that he mentioned him by name just now. Why did he do that? There's implications now because he's done that. "Who perished in this very courtroom 2 months ago after being acquitted of a distinctly messy murder?" "Yes, my lord, the one and the same." "Good lord, Mr. Graydon! Are you saying that Mr. McGilded and yourself were acquainted?" Is this gonna work out the way you want? "Yes, that's correct." Oh boy, oh no. Excuse me, I'm choking. I'm surprised by this. I did not think he was just gonna give that. What's up his sleeve then? Something's going on. "Order, well, I certainly didn't expect to hear that name uttered here in my courtroom again." Truth, I didn't really. I mean, we knew it was going to come back, but I'm sure for the story, people didn't think so. "According to what Gina told us, this disc was placed in pawn on that fateful night 2 months ago. Right, on the same night and everything. McGilded himself gave instructions to deposit it at Windibanks." It's funny that Mr. Graydon here is claiming the disc belongs to him then, isn't it? In all likelihood, he's lying. So he appeared that afternoon at Windibanks in order to get his hands on McGilded's disc. Say disc, for some reason. Whoa, that was a narrow escape. We almost messed that up. "Counsel, you will commence your cross-examination, please." Oh, I'm gonna do it. You're not try and stop me, bro. Man, I've got questions, but I just don't know which questions I've got. Shoot, this threw me for a loop already. "There's a note on the disc saying for McGilded, but the item belongs to me." Okay, I want to know more. You better tell me everything. Talk more about this. Would you care to explain how this belongs to you? Yeah, okay, fancy lad. "As you will observe, a communications officer such as myself commands a fine salary." Do they? Do they make a lot of money? I guess. "You are certainly exquisitely dressed, sir." Listen, if there's one thing I learned in my almost 50 years of living, the richest people don't outwardly show it. That's what I've learned. Sometimes you don't know. They don't go flaunting it. Usually broke people do that. So you see, I have little need to make use of the services provided by the pawnbrokery trade. However, I did once find myself in difficulties having misplaced my purse whilst on an errand, which is why I pawned my fine black overcoat to the broker in question. Oh, you mean the one you ripped the sleeves of? Oh, okay, true. Okay, bet boy. You claim that was your overcoat? Obviously, and in my haste, I clean forgot that the music box disc was in its pocket. And yet, there is a note on it that reads for McGilded. Yeah, which means that either you wrote that or something weird's going on here. I am a collector of rare and unusual music box music. I first met Mr. McGilded at a gentleman's club in the city and was interested to discover that he shared my penchant in that area. The area of what? Your pant? Oh, music, of course. Yes, of course, got it. So the disc in question. It's a pre-production sample. I promised to let Mr. McGilded hear it. But then you forgot that it was in the pocket of the overcoat you were forced to pawn. I don't know, this is sus as balls. Also, this is a lot of testimony for one statement. Yes, exactly. I don't know, dudes.
Gina didn't mention any of that in her testimony 2 months ago, did she?
No, because Mr. McGilded had threatened her to keep her mouth shut. Which means that if we dig too deeply here, it's going to expose Gina's perjury. That too. Uh-oh.
Oh dear, this is complicated, isn't it?
Let's leave it alone for the time being. Alright. We'll go on then. The redemption ticket was stolen from me by the accused, that filthy gutterling, on the day in question. Alright, please stop calling her filthy. I'm gonna hold you in contempt. So, you're saying that Miss Lestrade lifted the ticket from your pocket or bag? That's right, despite being mindful of danger when walking in the insalubrious areas of her kind frequent.
Objection.
What do you mean? Miss Lestrade did no such thing. Well, of course, you would take that stance, but the girl is a regular offender. You came to the pawnbrokery that day prepared with all the information you needed to identify the defendant. You were looking for her. That's what brought you to Windibanks. To get your hands on Mr. McGilded's disc. Oh boy, we better hope that I don't have a slip up today. It's gonna be epic. I'm trying real hard. My learned friend is a veritable font of nonsense. Nonsense? Bro, oh man. Just in with the peppering dialogue. I can't with this. I concur with the prosecution. Oh. Counsel, you will refrain from conjecturing in this way. Is that clear? Oops. Well, at least I didn't lose a point. Yes, my lord. Dang it. Well, then I will continue with my testimony for what possible use it can be. Boy, my thoughts exactly since you lying through your shit.
Okay, I proceeded at once to the shop in order to explain my situation and redeem my article.
Right. I'm just waiting to catch him on something here. Have you ever been to Windibanks before? Only once for the purposes of pawning something, but like many, I enjoy browsing in such establishments. Didn't you say that you'd never been there? Or am I making stuff up at this point? So, when you noticed that the pickpocket had taken your ticket, you chased after her, is that correct? Yes, that's right. I didn't notice at first, of course, such is the art of the pick-purse. But when I did, I headed to the pawnbrokery at once, in order to reclaim my coat before the thief could. I was merely trying to recover what was rightfully mine in the first place. Ugh, he can say what he likes because he knows we have no evidence to contradict him on this. Yeah, that's the problem. Shoot. In the end, of course, the disc was taken by the police. Well, that's true enough, but tell me more anyway. Yes, it was taken by Inspector Gregson here, wasn't it? You know, the guy that was there that said that he didn't recognize you? That's right, this was the very man. Apparently, the police are collecting anything that has connection to Mr. McGilded as evidence. Oh, what you gonna say now? Boy, he saw you! So how come you didn't see him? Excuse. You better rectify this. You better explain yourself. Is something wrong, Inspector? Well, what do you mean? The last remark Mr. Graydon made in his testimony seemed to trouble you in some way. No, it didn't. It's nothing. Leave it alone. Let me ask you this, Inspector. Why is Scotland Yard gathering Mr. McGilda's possessions? Yeah, what's happened? Something you're not telling us. I can't tell you something like that, Sunshine. What is it, Inspector? Investigative secrets? Oh, even Van Zieks doesn't have an idea. Okay. Yes, exactly. You should know all about that. Magnus McGilded, who died so unexpectedly after his trial 2 months ago. A man renowned through the capital for his great contributions to public life, yet he had a dark side too. That's right, Van Zieks was very sure to bring that up to us. That's something he felt very strongly about. Where are you going with this, Van Zieks? I suppose the police are dealing with the aftermath of his nefarious activities, are they? Oh, I see. That's enough. Coppers like me have duties to carry out we're not at liberty to talk about. It's all you need to know. Duties conferred by Long Strongheart, I presume. Oh, wait now. Well, we knew that was going to be a thing, really. Didn't we? I wonder how Van Zieks feels about Strongheart. Judging by just this dialogue alone, I'm going to assume that he maybe doesn't trust him fully, but we'll see. The Lord Chief Justice appears to have great faith in you, Inspector. It's hard to tell right now about it. Uh-oh, he's mad. Well, you are being a little cagey, sir. The bottom line is, if you want to get more out of me, you're gonna need Lord Strongheart's paw print first. Oh, okay. He's got you secreted, has he? I wonder what he'd said to shut him up. Something big, I bet. There's gotta be some kind of... There's a huge cover-up here, we already know, don't we? I just wonder how big it goes. What's this all about? It probably goes pretty deep, if I'm gonna be honest. I mean, we know that, right? It's gotta be. It's like there's something going on between Gregson and Lord Van Zieks here. He probably knows a little something, too, that we don't. Van Zieks, that is. Well, it would appear the inspector has revealed all he is at liberty to reveal. Mr. Graydon, let us return to your testimony. Well, I can't wait. Don't we only have one more piece? Gladly, my lord. We're all falling asleep. All right, let's go. In other words, I had absolutely no reason to break into the shop later that same night. Hold it! Okay. But perhaps you'd seen something of value among the forfeited items? No, not at all. Oh. Wait. Wait, do we have something that could contradict that? I'm not sure, I'm gonna have to look. Value was brought in by the police to assess everything in the shop. Without exception, every article on the shelves was common or garden bric-a-brac. I love that saying, bric-a-brac. In that case, it's clear that you broke into the shop later that day in order to recover Mr. McGilded's disc. Not the other thing. Fortunately, we lost that, like, along with him. Have you not been listening, man? Even if I had wanted to recover the disc, you may recall that it had been seized by the police that afternoon. It was no more in the shop that night than as I keep saying, I simply had no reason to break in. So there was nothing of McGilded's left in the shop that night? Nothing this man might have been after? Huh. Let's see. I wonder if that's really true. I need to look at the evidence, too.
Bruno, if you have some evidence, then let him have it. I'm dying to see that irritatingly assured expression of his crumble.
It's got to be on that last statement. That I'm positive about. Because he's saying specifically he had no reason to enter the pawn shop. We've got to find the reason. McGilded slipped the disc into his coat pocket and had it deposited at Windibank's. Then when he realized he was going to be arrested on suspicious of the omnibus murder, he threatened Gina and forced her to take the redemption ticket. The ticket! Wait a minute, we gotta look at that too. That might be it actually right there.
There's no doubt about it that witness is lying through his pearly white teeth.
I said the same thing earlier. The police were obviously after anything left behind by McGilded as well. That's why Inspector Gregson ended up taking the disc into custody that day. Okay, well that makes sense. That's for the second thing that we gotta deal with.
But Gregsy's being very strange about all this.
There must be a reason for that, I'm sure. I just don't know what it is. I think we're gonna have to dig deeper, don't you? For now, I need to focus on exposing the fact that Mr. Graydon is lying in his testimony. Let me go back to that fifth statement. Oh, it doesn't let you go all the way around, which really stinks. Alright, in other words, I had absolutely no reason to break into the shop. Don't we have that ticket? We have one. Pawnbroker's ticket. A redemption ticket issued from the pawnbroker owned by the victim, Mr. Windibank, in the form of some handwritten notes on the back of a photograph. They deposited one... Oh, the box! This is the small box! Did we ever figure out what this was? With the cat on it. No! Right, because we have the coat ticket. And he's saying that he has no reason to... Well, I mean, the coat ticket would probably also work, wouldn't it? The coat. What was the box? Wait a minute now, though. But but we have something that says something. Hang on. I have to look at all of it now, because now I don't remember. This is literally exactly the same. You can't really read the signature. Where was the thing that said... There was something we had that said something about something. I don't remember what it was. Autopsy report, today's paper. What was in this again? Just looking, right, about all this. And all this here. Shoot. There was something. What was the box? One small box. But wasn't this also supposed to be Magnus McGilda's things? The coat and this box. I wonder if if I get penalized for it, then whatever. I know that it's the other one, but the other one seems too obvious. This is the thing we haven't resolved yet. We've already talked about the coat belonging to him. And the other one has the blood on it too. Mr. Mason's blood at that, right? Do it.
Objection.
Is that it? What about this, sir? This disc was deposited at Windibank's on Magnus McGilda's instructions. You knew that, and you went there with the intention of obtaining it for yourself.
Objection.
What do you mean? Hang on, I'm not done. Conjecture again, and in any case, the disc was taken into custody by the police that afternoon. The witness had no reason to visit the pawnbrokery again. Yeah, but I got this ticket here. This is different. I bet he would have said that if you put the code up, huh? Because we already talked about it. Sorry, my learned friend. Oh, Ryunosuke, let's go. Let's get petty as fuck in here. I'm here for it. No, that's my MO. But that's not true. What? Mr. McGilda had another article in pawn at Windibank's, as this second pawnbroker's ticket proves. Oh, you didn't know I had this, did you? There were 2 articles belonging to Mr. McGilda in Windibank's pawnbrokery, and the reason you broke into the shop that night was to recover the second one. Together with your 2 accomplices, the Skulkin brothers. Yep. Oh! I'm gonna give him that girly moan. This is the second ticket, is it? What had the man deposited? He didn't know. He didn't know, Van Ziegs. The article description reads, one small box. Rather vague description, it seems to me. Indeed. I wonder what is in it. Are you suggesting that I broke into the pawnbroker with these clowns in order to steal some trinket box? I believe there are adequate grounds to suspect that you did. This is absurd. Why on earth would I do such a thing? Once the article had been forfeited, I could simply walk into the shop and purchase it. There would be absolutely no need for me to resort to theft. That's a good point. Uh-oh. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Indeed. The witness makes a solid argument. Huh.
So that means that for some reason, this Graydon fellow needed the small box that very night, doesn't it?
Oh, that's true.
Objection.
Can we... Oh, excuse me. We were talking? No need to yell at a 10-year-old girl, sir. It's time to put an end to this nonsense, my lord. Could you be a little less cryptic, Lord Van Ziegs? And a little less hot? It's distracting. Just kidding, don't be. I need it. I do hate to ruin my learned friend's argument, but the truth is quite incontrovertible. On the night in question, no small box was taken from Windibank's pawnbrokery. And rest assured, the prosecution can prove it. What do you mean? How are you gonna do that? What? Oh, hell no. Like, how? Good gracious. What do you got now? What, you got 5 million more photos or some shit? Inspector showed the photographic prints to the court. Oh, I freaking knew it. God damn it, Sholmes, you and those damn pictures. Can't tell if they're harming anything or really helping. Yes, sir. What prints? These prints were taken from one of the detective's security cameras.
Ah, Hurley's red-handed recorders again.
Boy, I wish he did not develop those. I'm gonna be honest with it. It's previously explained using this plan of the shop layout. Yeah, we know where it is. The victim's establishment was furnished with automatic cameras in 2 locations. One was set to capture the counter where Mr. Winterbank received the customers, and the other was set to capture the shelves on which the articles were placed for sale. Right, we got it. We went through that already. According to the information on this ticket, McGilda's small box has been forfeited already. 2 days before the incident at 9 p.m. on 13th April, to be precise. That must have been what they were rummaging for. Do you remember when we said they were just looking through everything? Looking for something. Didn't they mention something like that? Well, I believe that they did. Which means it would have been on the shelves of forfeited items in the shop front. Now, what I have here is a print taken by one of the cameras about 2 hours before the incident. That's at 11 p.m. on 15th April. What's this then? I do see a small box with highlighted by a handkerchief. The victim certainly had a very full shop, it would appear. Here's that horse I want to purchase. And then here we have another print. This one was taken about 2 hours after the incident. Well, they could have left the box and taken whatever was inside, you daft. Ugh, thosy. Okay. I see. We have 2 pictures to compare. Alright, well... Though I must say, the placing them side by side leaves me cold. Oh, I bet I know what we're gonna do. I bet I know what we're gonna do. We're gonna stereoscope it, because maybe we can't tell what's been moved or altered. Maybe we can't tell. Dear me, that's starting to make my head ache. Obviously, at Scotland Yard, we considered theft as a possible motive in the case. We explored the possibility that something had been taken in addition to the victim's life. So your men have already compared these 2 prints thoroughly, Inspector? Yes, sir. But did they use a stereoscope? I doubt it, since we seem to have all of them in this room together. We counted every single item in each of these 2 photographic... Oh, fuck me, I already see it. I already see it. Guys, I already see it. And it's not the box on the pink handkerchief in the middle like I thought it was. They put that there on purpose to draw your eye there. If you look at the bottom right, middle bottom right, next to, the booth there, the radio booth, you see it. There's a brown box. Next to some other, like, white trinkets. It's moved up against it in one, and not against the other. 11 o'clock, it was in the middle of the shelf. 2 a.m., it's pushed up against some white things. Do you see that item? That's what it is. It's moved. And the yard's conclusion is exactly the same number as present in both. In other words, nothing was taken from the pawnbroker on the night in question. You are wrong. I'm gonna prove it somehow. And my learned friend's assertion is nothing more than a hopeful fantasy. No, Ryunosuke, no, I hate when I get the answer too early, because then I gotta go through all this and Ryunosuke gets upset. If I could have just shown that he'd stolen McGilda's pawn box. We can. Yeah, you start dancing, boy. I might have been able to break him down at last.
You know what, Reno? I've been thinking.
What's wrong, Iris?
I wonder if these 2 photographs really are exactly the same.
Exactly, girl. I thought the same thing. What? So, counsel, in the light of the evidence put forward by the prosecution, what is your position? Oh. Doggy? Excuse me, you don't have to ask me such an That's TMI, sir. Oh. But I answered it. In front of the court? Well, it's in court. I gotta tell the truth. Oh, you didn't mean with Van Zeeks? Oh, okay, I gotta go. It seems that, in fact, on the night of question, nothing was stolen from the victim's establishment. Listen, bro. Do you accept the prosecution's assertion? No. No, don't do it. I don't know. Could there be some hidden discrepancy in these 2 photographic prints somewhere? We already know that there is. We're gonna point out whoa, I could use a piece of evidence. You know what? I probably need to. I'm gonna point out a discrepancy because I'm sure we need to do that at this point. And then at the very least, the stereoscope guy will probably back us up for this. I wasn't sure at first, but there is a clear discrepancy between the two prints. What? Thankfully, they made it so even my eyeballs could see it without using anything. You must identify the location in question for the court, counsel. Indicate the precise location of the discrepancy on which you speak. Uh-oh. Okay, but which one? Does it matter? Does it matter which box? Does it matter which photo? I guess I'm gonna click this one because this shows that it was moved after the fact. So I think this is the one I'm comfortable with doing. Maybe it'll work for both though, I'm not sure. Let's see. Granted, these two prints are almost identical. However, there is one minor discrepancy between them. What? That's right. When you view the two pictures stereoscopically... Oh, here we go. Thank you, game, for doing it for me. Something's gonna stand out. Look at it. It's cool. Yeah, that little box right there. A single area stands out as being different. The location of this small box. Which means they took whatever... Why is that funny every single time? Why is it hilarious? I don't understand, but it is. Looking at a picture of my ass is what he's doing. Let me wait. Unbelievable. He's still looking at it even from this. Oh my goodness, Judge, I love you so much. That's gonna be the thumbnail for sure. By Jove, you're right. How extraordinary. Is everyone looking like that? Jesus Christ. What this tells us is very simple. Mr. McGilded's small box was indeed not stolen from Windibanks on the night in question. However, there could be no doubt that somebody picked up this particular box and then returned it to its place on the shelves. Are you suggesting that the small box originally deposited by Mr. McGilded is in fact... Yes, the very same one I just identified in those photographic prints.
Objection!
What? Mindless guesswork, what if it was? Well, sir, I'm getting to it. So a box was moved on the shelf, nothing was stolen. Which means quite simply that nothing has changed. What if there was something in it, though? Wait a minute, though, but what if there was something in it? There probably was. All right, McGilda's box wasn't stolen then. But doesn't the fact that it was moved like that change things? I think it does, though. It does change. No, it changes everything. I don't know how we're gonna prove this, but the game will hopefully get me there. I believe this changes everything about the case. How can that possibly be? The crucial point is the fact that what was moved was a small box. In other words, we have to consider what might have been inside it. What are you suggesting? Duh. It wasn't the box that was the treasure. It was whatever was inside that was important. Graydon, you know it too. That's why you're looking at me like that. I'm suggesting we need to examine the box as soon as possible. A vital piece of evidence is sitting on the shelves at Windibanks as we speak.
Objection!
What? That won't be necessary. Some little box belonging to a man who died 2 months ago can't possibly be relevant to this trial. You sure about that, sir? The court does not uphold your objection, Lord Van Zieks. Oh my god! This judge is always on my side. I love him. Get wrecked, sir! Bailiff, arrange for an officer to go to Baker Street at once. Obtain the small box in question and bring it back here for further examination. Watch it be missing. Watch it be gone. Watch someone already went and got it. Sent someone else to go get it. I wouldn't be damn surprised. And that'll prove something bad's going on. We'll see. Oh shit, I'm having a staring contest? Excuse me? Dang. But I tell you what, it's getting heated in here and handsome. Good lord. Let's go. We should have a report within half an hour. What are we gonna do till then? I think perhaps we should recess for a short while until the evidence is brought forth. To be hoodwinked by such a farce. Disappointing. I beg your pardon, Lord Van Zieks? Oh, want to say that louder? This is nothing but a smokescreen. A Nipponese speciality, it would seem. Alright, you know what? It's been an hour since you said anything bad about me. I was kind of enjoying it. What are you trying to say? My learned friend has persisted with the same line of reasoning from the very beginning. That this witness's intent was to steal an article belonging to Mr. McGilded from the pawnbrokery. Yet common sense tells us that none of the articles have value enough to be worth stealing in the first place. Monetary value might not mean anything here, though. There could be other value. It just all depends. Exactly. It would be beyond absurd to break into a place for the purpose of stealing such a commonplace property. Yeah, but we can't think of value like that. What if there's something in there was integral to his case or something? Don't tell me you didn't think of it. You're smart. If your lordship recalls, Mr. McGilded perished 2 months ago, immediately after the conclusion of his trial. A trial in which he was found not guilty. A trial in which it was established that he was the upstanding member of society his reputation implied, in fact. So I propose a toast to my learned friend and his most insightful defense. I think Van Zeeks is still mad at me. I think he knows he was well guilty and that we got him an innocent verdict. He's mad. I get it, sir. I'm also mad. The articles this upstanding member of society pawned were entirely ordinary. A black overcoat that just happened to have a music box disc in one of his pockets and a small box. I assure you, I wouldn't accept even if the man tried to make a gift of such things to me. Okay, but you said earlier that the overcoat was expensive and well, okay.
You know, that does make a lot of little sense.
It's not as if it was gold or jewels, though goodness knows if McGilded was rich enough.
You can't deposit cash at a pawnbroker, I'm quite certain of that.
The prosecution's argument is undeniably compelling.
What do we do? It is incumbent on the defense now to bolster its argument. Oh shit, whoa! Okay. To explain what possible significance these commonplace articles pawned by this fine citizen could have. Well, how am I gonna do that?
Well, counsel, is your argument in fact demonstratable?
I'll fake it. I'll fake it till I make it, maybe. What else are we gonna do?
Are you able to show proof that the disc or the box are in any tangible way related to the case?
To this case? Oh, shoot. We're in trouble. We're in trouble because, listen, Van Zeeks knows McGilded was wrongfully acquitted. All right? He knows. And because of us. So he knows that my arguments last time were probably fake till we made and flawed, right? And based on false testimony that we heard, and we are defending one of the people that had false testimony. So I'm not surprised that he's going so balls to the wall on this. I'm really not. I obviously expected it, but gee, what do we do? I don't think I can, actually. At least I don't know. Well,
What's the matter, Bruno? We know that they're related, don't we? They're both vital pieces of evidence.
yes, of course. You and I both know that. We know that McGilded's true character is, and we know the disc is significant even if we don't know why. But if we explain all that to the court at this point, we'll have to acknowledge that McGilded's acquittal 2 months ago was a mistake. I don't think there's any choice. You know what? I think we should. I think we should do that, regardless of what's gonna happen. But the problem is if we do that now, again, everyone's gonna know that Gina's testimony was bad, and that's just gonna make her look hella worse, isn't it? So what other choices do we have? That's the defense's argument. It was flawed, based on false information that Gina gave us.
Oh no!
And that would mean admitting that Gina committed perjury. Yeah, I don't like lying about this, but we'll get to that when we get to it. We gotta do this first, surely.
But, Ginny...
I know. It's bad news. It's bad news. I'm sweating. What do we do? Could it be that Van Zeeks knows? Oh, he knows. Yeah, absolutely. And he's still hella pissed over it, which he should be. He didn't like McGilded in the first place. Is that why he's doing this now? Because he anticipated everything? There's got to be a lot that he knows, actually. I'm thinking.
But maybe this could be a great opportunity for us.
Sorry? What do you mean, Iris?
Well, what is it that you always say, Runo? Sooner or later, the truth comes out, every time.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we're just gonna have to bite the bullet and explain everything. I think we are. I don't know how, but honestly, what else can we do? There's no way we're gonna lie our way out of this. There's no way. Van Zeeks knows. All right, the exact significance of the things that Magilda deposited with Mr. Windibank is something that only Gina can explain to the court. She's the only one that knows. She has to testify. I mean, Magilda's dead. What's going to happen to her? The only thing is we've got to get her to testify in a way that the court understands that she was forced to do this. Do we actually think that's going to work, though? I don't know. But again, I think we're up against a wall. If I put her on the stand to testify about it, it could critically damage our chances of winning. I don't think there's any way around this. I think we're gonna have to take the risk. I hope Gina understands too, though. What's the right thing to do here? Shoot. It's gotta be testify. It's a risk. I think that's the right call. My lord, the defense would like to make a proposal. Oh, I wonder how they're gonna go with this.
Oh, what proposal, counsel?
While the court awaits the arrival of Mr. McGilda's small box, I would like to call the defendant, Miss Gina Lestrade, to the witness stand.
The defendant? To what end?
It's to do with the various articles deposited at Mr. Windibank's by Mr. McGilda, my lord. Miss Lestrade has information relating to them. I believe it would be beneficial for the court to hear what she has to say. It will prove the significance of the articles in question once and for all.
Are they gonna buy that? I don't know.
Well, things are becoming interesting. I bet you he knew that this was a possibility, but I bet he didn't think that I was gonna do it. He knows. I don't think we can pull off anything now with him. He's just gonna be sitting here until we fuck up. I presume you've considered the implications of the testimony you're proposing. He knows everything. He's thinking the exact same thing we are. I bet you anything now that he was just sitting here waiting to see if we would do it. I guarantee. In particular, the impact it will have on the accused standing and indeed your own. Well, I like that he's trying to warn us about it like we didn't think of it, but thanks for caring about me, but I don't even think it's through caring. I think he's just asking. We do know. Either he thinks I'm stupid enough and didn't think, or he does care a little. I'm gonna go with caring. I have.
Lord Van Zeeks, would you care to explain that last remark?
Will he? The prosecution accepts the defense's proposal. Oh, he wants to I bet you he wants to hear it too, though, guys. Don't you agree? He probably wants to hear it. He wants to know too. I think he's just as involved and in this as we are. He wants to see this through. There's probably another motive for him that we don't even know about yet, more than ours maybe, or maybe on the same plane. We don't know, but he definitely wants to know what's going on here too. I guarantee. I move to interrupt the cross-examination of the current witness and hear from the accused herself. What are you gonna say, Judge? Surely he'll go with it since we both agreed.
Very well, if you have no objection.
Oh boy.
So the court will now hear the testimony of the defendant, Miss Gina Lestrade.
We are already at almost 40 minutes, and I'm not gonna take a testimony right now. At least I don't think so. Ooh, so we're gonna have to do that in the next one. Yep, nope, that's just the way we do it. We'll figure it out if I'm in the wrong or if there is a continuation coming up. But if we're gonna hear testimony right now, then we definitely have a little more time left on it, so we should be okay. Guys, I wonder what she's gonna say. I can't help but wonder. I need to know. I need to know if she's gonna tell the truth, surely. As long as she believes in us, and we gotta figure it out. We gotta figure out the whole truth. Let's find out together in the next one. Guys, thank you so much for watching and leaving all your awesome comments. I read every single one of them. They bring me so much joy. Thank you so much for all the likes and the subscribes too. Guys, if you love things like this with a real-time reaction, I've got loads that you can watch on my backlog. So please consider hitting that subscribe button. I hope that I can entertain you for many years to come. And yeah, thanks for being with me. I will see you all in the next episode. Toodaloo.